his whole agenda about getting votes was selling himself to the foreigners. And I was quite interested in his subject. I was like, okay, foreigners, yes, get the votes, everything, okay. Then finally, he had a picture of him clipping the nails of his dog. And I was like, oh my God, man, you're selling yourself to the foreigners? And you're showing a picture of you clipping nails of your dog? It doesn't work that way. If you're gonna work for foreigners, you need to sell yourself with, a bunch of kids standing in front of you with califorms. Okay? That's the way you're gonna sell yourself to foreigners. But away from that, we out of elections, that's behind us. The pedal formalizers have won. Oh, yeah, it's true. How many foreigners are here once again? Oh my God, we're taking over. I had an interview today, by the way. But it was interesting because just before I went into the interview, I was like, just steps away. The finish in my head was like, okay, this is where I leave you. I'll meet you after the interview. And I walked into the interview, I was about 1 minute late. Now we all know about that in this country. So there were two ladies sitting at the end of the table, and the two of them looked at the clock like, do you know why I was late? Incidentally, the interview was in the same building where I work. I had no reason to be late, right? But we were standing in front of the elevator, and there were these two guys talking about the rendezvous they had last night. So one was asking the other, like, hey, how did it go with Hanno? And the guy was like, how can you introduce me to a lady boy? And the guy was like, no, I've really known her for like almost my life. I didn't know that she was a lady boy. And they get into the elevator and they're silent, and I'm like, hey, come on, give me the story. What is it with Finland and elevators, man? It's like, what, was there some, because I thought like, okay, maybe I should go to the Constitution and check like, wow, do we really have to be silent in the elevator? So I followed these guys out of the elevator. It's like, I want to hear the end of this story. That's the reason why I was late for the interview. So I get in there, sit down. It was sort of a very intense interview, I can say. And in the end of it, the lady asked me, so where are you from? And I'm like, yeah, I'm actually Finnish. And this is the most interesting part. You could see the other lady start to twitch. No, I mean, where are you from? I'm like, I'm from Finland. I was like, okay, I see where this is going, so I'm just gonna mess with it. It's like, would you like to see some ID? So I showed them the ID, and of course it's a Finnish ID. It's like, okay, so where are you originally from? I'm like, oh, we guess who you voted for right there. So I told her, oh, well, I'm originally from Kenya. Okay. So she went ahead and wrote my name, Suomi, and then she wrote bracket, Kenya. And in that moment I thought, wow, she's had a moment of riot Guinea. Those brackets were the moments of riot. I mean, I pictured her after the interview in her car going home, feeling the afterglow of just, what she did. She was so proud, like, wow, I finally had my moment. I didn't carry a placard, but those brackets right there, those were my riot Guinea moments. So I walked back to my office. Met Pekka on the way, by the way. Zero social clues. So it's like, you know, because I was pretty bummed out about the interview. I mean, I thought, come on, I'm not really gonna make it. And Pekka was like, hey, dude, what's up? What's going on with you? I'm like, yeah, man, you know, my pet monkey. I went home last evening after the shift and, you know, was watching the TV, drinking my beer and watching my porn, man. Now, this is the point where Pekka is like, oh, just have a nice day, go ahead and do your work. But he was like, oh, what did you do after that? Did you go to the animal protection? Like, what happened? And I'm like, okay, we could roll with this. I'm like, well, you know, I mean, you know, when I brought him to Finland, the original idea is that, you know, you'll be my pet, but I actually read the constitution here that, you know, you can be together with an animal. And this is the part where I thought like Pekka would get it, like, okay, this guy is totally kidding, and just let me go. But he was like, yeah, that is actually true. In our constitution, so what are you going to do? He's like, well, I can't get a divorce now because, you know, we are splitting the rent and everything. So then I told Pekka, you know, come on, man, I've really had a tough day. I have an appraisal today. Let me go sit down. He's like, no, I think we have to call animal control. I mean, I'm thinking the animal has been watching too much porn. It's not good for him to stay with you in the house. I'm like, well, you know, the pet monkey is actually a very good monkey because the original idea was that we were supposed to be together, so I can't do that to him. I can't call the animal control. He's like,